stream is playing on things.
But they are not on live stream, they are here.
No, but their live stream people will hear you.
Oh, okay,
And
yes.
then they can type in this
Ding,
chat
ding.
thing.
Okay, yes.
They can type in
Yes,
this chat
yes.
thing. 'Cause
I
it
think
kept
it'll be
going-
fine.
It kept going up and
No
down.
news is good news. I will say it.
Okay.
And I will also say, don't type if you can hear.
Mm.
From now on.
Yeah.
Yes. So that way you don't have to keep,
Yeah.
monitoring that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No news is good news.
Well, it kept going up and down.
Yeah, it does
It's like
that.
6 now.
Yeah, it
and
does
then
that.
goes down to 3.
It does that because there's a lot of packet loss and jitter.
Yes, I noticed.
Jitter.
Packet loss.
And maybe the jitter increases in a Sanskrit class. In this whole internet business, there is a ping, and then there is a packet loss, and then there's a jitter. And depending on what you score on each group, you get a grade. If you have too much ping, it's not very good. And then if you have too much jitter, you become all jittery. So does the internet. And then packet loss means suddenly there's a disconnect. It's gone. Okay, come back. Yes, I remembered now. I have to press it twice, am I right?
So it's not flashing, so it's solid flowing.
It's not
One
solid,
more
it's
time.
flashing. One more time. Okay. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The color keeps fluctuating. Just to keep everyone alert. No. We don't know what to do about it. So, yeah, the color keeps fluctuating, but that is because there is some secret going on. We don't know, some mechanism, and it increases when I move my hand. And sometimes when I don't move my hand, also it is there. So, yeah, we just enjoy it. Yes. Very festive, exactly. All right, so we are going to repeat these sutras again. Which ones? Maheshwara sutras. Ayun, Rilrik, Eom, Ayauj, Ayavarat, Lan, Nyamagananam, Jhabhang, Ghadhadash, Jabhagadadash, Khapha Chatha, Tha Chatatau, Kapai, Hal Shashasar, Hal Iti Maheshwarani Sutrani. Okay. So now we see what these things mean. Correct? Ayun. What is ayun? I, I, u, and no. No. What is in? It letter. And what is the it letter? That which helps us to make these cool abbreviations called Pratyaharas, and which includes the it letter. We saw the definition of Pratyahara. Pratyahara means a kind of an abbreviation, like LOL, OMG, these kinds of things. And so Pratyahara means an abbreviation which includes the first letter of the Pratyahara, the abbreviation, the last letter, and something that is a marker at the end, an indicatory letter called Anubandha, for which Pāṇini has rechristened it, calling it it, not it. It is called it, okay? It letter, okay? So all these are which come at the end. Let us just look at this in a way. All these that come at the end are called it letter. Okay. So in the first Pratyahara, how many groups can you make? I, un, you can make an, right? And then what else can you make? No, I'm not saying I, un. Just look at the first one. Are you open to your sutra page? Yeah. An. And then what else? In. And then? You can't make un. Yes. Oh, spoil sport. I was having fun. Now you have become a killjoy by telling me you can't make un. Why can't? That's my question. Why can't we make un? And what will Pāṇini say? Please refer to another sutra. And what is that sutra? That is called Taparas Tatkalasya. And what is this Taparas Tatkalasya? Is somebody having a lisp? No. Here, this sutra, we are not going to go into detail in this sutra. Here he says, only when you have to refer to more than one letter, you use this Pratyahara plus in letter. If you want to refer to a single syllable in itself, use a T, a dental T at the end. Ta paraha yasya taparaha. The ta is next to which. So when the ta comes, then it is only tatkalaha. And what is this tatkalaha? Ukalaha. How long does it take for you to say u? Say u. U. One matra, correct? So if you say ut, that means only u. These rules will refer to only u. If you say it, only e. And then if you say at, only a. So if you want to refer to only one varna or one syllable or one vowel, you use this ta. So you don't have to say un. What will you say? Ut. If you want to refer to only u. So then in I, un, how many you can have? An, in. Two. Okay. Then suppose I say ak. You can have ak, that is one, right? What does it include? A, e, u. No. Na is it letter, you skip that. Lr. Okay? That is ak. Then what else can you do? Can you do ik?
Yes.
Can you do ik?
Yes.
Yes. Iko Yanachi, very famous sutra. Ik you can do. What if you want to include the u and u? Ut you will say. And okay, so, and there are no instances where you want to do that. There is no instance at all. So you will say here, ak is there, ik is there. What about uk? Is it possible to make uk? Why not?
Yes.
Uk away, yes. And then what about rik?
Yes.
Yes. And what does that include? And lr. What about lrik? No. Why not? What would you say? Lrit. Yeah. So then if I say ang. Yeah. How many can you make? You can make ang itself. Ing, ung, rung, lrung, eng, and ong. Ong you can't make, you'll say oath. Right? Yeah. So, therefore what? And then if you say ach, what does it mean? Chant together. E, u, R, L, A, I, O, Au, Ch. No, you don't chant that. So what have you just chanted?
All the vowels.
All the vowels. Ach means all the vowels. And then supposing I said at, what would that include? How many pratyaharas can you make?
Semi-vowels.
So now you can use short forms. You don't have to chant everything. If you want, chant silently. And so what are they? You can say all vowels up till ach, right? And then semi vowels ya, va, ra, except la. Ah, yes. Except la, but including ha.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And then how do you know? Okay, now look, this is a very tricky situation. How do you know when I say un, do I mean I un or do I mean I un, rul, rik, a, om, I out, hayavarat, lan? How do you know? You don't know. But there is a general rule. And what is that general rule? You know, the general rule is that because this second one is used only in one instance. It's not used all the time. Correct? The second one is used only in one sutra actually. And so generally you grab the first one when you say un. There's only one sutra which takes the whole thing. We are certainly not going to study that. And so this is what is the general rule, okay? And then what? What is the next one? Yeah, there is a rule. Ami. How did you get Oh, okay, yeah. Because you have all the vowels, all the semi-vowels and nasals together. But there is no such thing, even though it's possible to make, ang is not there as a sutra. It's not used. And ash, yes, ash is used, which includes class 3, class 4 syllables, nasals and semi-vowels and all vowels. Ash and also ash, jash, bash and bhash. These are the 4 that are common. They come in sutras. Okay? And even though av is possible, it is not used. Neither is ev, neither is hav used, neither is ghav, but chav is used. Just to have that chav, he has made this particular ending. Fantastic. And then again, if you say kapai, there's only one. It is used commonly in sutras. Even though you can derive legally, you can derive a number of pratyaharas. The one that is used is khai. Jai and khai, 2 you can get there.
Lost.
You look at the table.
I
Yeah.
didn't get the last one.
Khai, kha, kha, pha, cha, ta, ta, ja, ta, ta.
Yeah, I see that, but all of this right here.
Ah, there you are. Okay. Then shashasar, you cannot say ar. I mean, you can, but there is no sutra that discusses it. And so you can say khar, important sutra, khara vasanayoho visarjaniyaha. And then you can say shar and khar. And one more you can say al, because you see, how do you get al? Al? Whole alphabet. Al. And then shashasar, Hal. And hal also means only consonants. How?
Because of the ha.
The previous ha. Only consonants and semi-vowels. The previous ha. Hayavarat ha. You take that. Yes? Yes. And so each of them, so you can make a table now. Ach, all vowels. You can write this down. An, a, e, u. Except in that sutra which we are not going to study. 1169. So, I may refer to it. I may not have an option but to refer to it. But certainly we are not going to do that today. So, ik. Ik means what? I, u, r, r. Write that down. In, and here we can just go take some short forms. In is equal to all vowels except a and all semi-vowels and ha. Ich is another possibility, all vowels except a. Eng, what is eng? A and O. And then what is H? What is H? All diphthongs. H. Ich, I and ow. Am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Yes? I'll give you the table. Don't worry, just listen.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I said only for her. Rest of you write it down. Write it down because it helps even if I'm giving the table, it helps in the comprehension when you write it down. There's a certain connection with pen and paper and you have a recognition factor there. I will give the table, no problem. H is all diphthongs, hal all consonants including semi-vowels. Khar, kh. Khar is all hard consonants and sibilants. And if you just want to say hard consonants, you say khai, hard consonants. And if you say chai, what do you get? Not chai. No. Chai. Chai means the class 1 letters ka, cha, ta, ta, pa. Chai. And if you say char, chai plus sibilants, char. When you say shar, all sibilants, shar. Shall, all sibilants plus ha. That much is enough for today. We'll continue this, later. Only this part. Then So you understand the idea of Pratyahara now, and you understand what are these little meta language Lego blocks to make to give a certain idea of the rules that are there in place, correct? So now we have in our vocabulary a few things, and with this and with many prayers we launch into the first sutra. So what I will do is teach you how to unpack a sutra using the first sutra, okay? And that should be there in your notes given on the second day. So the first sutra is 111. What is 111? First book, first subsection, first sutra. Vriddhiradaich. 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 Yeah. Did you find it? Everybody is looking lost.
What happened to the T?
What T?
Well, it says Vriddhi at H.
Yeah, the T became a D.
Oh,
Yeah, because of a particular Sandhi rule.
okay.
Vriddhihi at, and if the T is followed by a vowel, then it becomes the. Yeah, the T that is a that's a non-vowel T becomes the. So the first class becomes the third class. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first class letters becomes third, class 3 letters is replaced by class 3 letters by this particular rule. And so what is here? Vriddhihi at aich, vriddhiradaich. It's a phonetic language of economy, you know, it's very economical. So now if you look at this sutra, first let me find it on mine. First thing to do is to look at the number. What is the number? 111. Why is the number important? To refer not only to the sutra but to the what went before it. Because these are alpakshara. Alpakshara means very compact, small. So the thing that went before it comes down, follows, and that is not repeated. And that what comes before any sutra, what carries over, that act of carrying over is called anuvritti. So now let me ask a very simple question. What is the anuvritti for vriddhiradaich?
1 0.
No anuvritti, thank God. One thing not to worry about what is being carried over. This is the only sutra where you don't have to worry. See, we have to dwell on the good news. So this is the only sutra where you have to not worry about anything carrying over from before. Why? It's the first one. And they say that you have to start a book with a prayer. You've heard me say this many times. Where is the prayer here? We prayed to Pāṇini. We prayed to Pāṇini, that's different. You know, so that our buddhis will, some sphuranam will take place. Some sphuranam means that the brain cells and the neurons fire. We prayed for that. But where is Pāṇini's prayer? In the first sutra. Because a prayer can be overt or covert. And Pāṇini does not have the spare syllables to start saying, you know, Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyakshantatvamasi. He cannot afford all that. He has to be brief. And so simply he says, Vriddhihi. The first word is Vriddhi. What does Vriddhi mean? Increase. Forget Adaich, we'll see that later. Vriddhihi, increase. May there be increase in what? Students who study grammar. May there be increase in the chapters of this book so that it comes to a successful conclusion. May there be increase in clarity and decrease thereby in confusion. This is a prayer. Do you think his prayer was successful?
Yes, we hope so.
Definitely, because here you are studying it, that too in United States. You are sitting and studying Pāṇini. Definitely his prayer was successful. Vriddhi syat. Vriddhi means increase. But here are we making sure that Vriddhi means the sutras should increase? No. Grammatically. Grammatically, Vriddhi is just a technical term for that which is at and that which is aich. It's a technical term to refer to whatever is referred to by at and aich. And before we look into that, the second step, first is to see what is the number. And here we just have to look at Adi Prarthana, the prayer. The prayer at the beginning. And Pāṇini is a stickler for prayer. He also has a prayer in the middle and he has a prayer at the end. All in a very tricky way. Beautiful. In the middle he has it in the third book. Dhruvam apaye apadanam, in describing the dative case. That all changing things come from that changeless which is called the dative case. And what is that changeless which? Changeless which means what? Brahman, Bhagavan. And he ends it with a. That a is Brahman, the first letter. Beautiful. And so here, the Adi Prarthana, the first prayer, may there be increase for me, for the students' memory power, for all the people who are going to study this. May this last for a long time. May this come to a successful completion. It serves as a prayer, very economical. And also, Vriddhi here, grammatically speaking, has nothing to do with increase. It is just a technical term to denote a certain grammatical operation. And that is why he discusses Vriddhi first, because he wants to bring in the prayer. And what is the grammatical operation denoted here, we'll see presently. The second thing you need to do in unpacking the sutra is to look at the cases of the particular sutra. So, Vriddhi, what is that, singular or plural?
Singular.
Subject or object? Subject. 1, okay? 1. And then At, make something up about At. Is At singular or plural? At is Takara like Marut. Marut, Marutau, Marutah. At, Atau, Atah. What is said here? At. So that is also 1, singular, nominative. And then Aich, Aichau, Aichah, Aich. Aicham, Aichau, Aichah, Aicha, singular. That is also 1, correct? So we have 1, 1, 1. Everything is in apposition, like Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. So what does that mean if everything is in apposition? Can we say that all these words are referring to the same things? That Vriddhi is referring to the other two. Vriddhi is a technical christening, a technical naming for At and Aich, right? Yeah. So what is At? I just told you, A only. How do we know? How do we know? Ta. Ta paraha. If ta is next to it, without, not followed by a consonant, then Pāṇini says in another sutra, tat kalasya eva. You only look at it for that particular kala. Kala means, what is kala? We also saw what kala is. Kala means as long as it takes you to enunciate that particular one, whether it's long, short or pluta, and then if the ta comes after that, it's going to refer to only that and nothing else. So what is a? A is vriddhi. The letter a is called vriddhi. This is what he is trying to say. And then, what is H? We just saw. Look at your notes.
The diphthongs. 1, 2, 3.
Chant them.
I,
I, ow.
Yes. I, ow. We cannot say all diphthongs. Yeah. So, may a, I and ow be termed by the name vriddhi. Why? I told you it's a adi prarthana, otherwise nobody discusses vriddhi first. You first go with guna and then you do with vriddhi. Here it is upside down to accommodate the prayer. Fascinating. Fascinating. Otherwise, why discuss vriddhi first? Now, so here, this is how you unpack the sutra. So what are the things involved? You look at the sutra, look at what went before it, and you look at and you have to sometimes go far back, sometimes a whole chapter and a half, like pratyahara, dhatoho, dhatoho, pratyahara, paraha. These three go for 1.5 chapters. You have to keep carrying it over for every sutra. And some others are just for the few sutras. So you have to see what is carrying over, in what context it comes, and then you have to unpack, you have to name each and every letter that is there, each and every word that is there. You have to unpack its number and case. Don't worry about the gender, one less thing to worry about. Doesn't matter if at is feminine or masculine, who cares? It's inconsequential. Gender and number is important. And why, I will tell you that just now, but we are not going to look at those sutras, because he uses certain cases in a different way than normally how we use cases. This is part of the meta language. He says whatever is in the 6th case, please, you see we have an original 6th case, which means what? Possession, genitive case. The Pāṇinian 6th case means that word is in trouble because that letter or thing is going to be that which is going to be replaced. Yeah, its days are numbered. It's going to be replaced. And what it is going to be replaced by will be in a specific case, and what came before it will be in a specific case. So all this we have to see. That's why the cases become, to unpack the cases, we have to start making a practice of it. It becomes important. And so therefore, that's why I said the consonant noun endings, please start practicing and chanting every day, because that will come in use here. Yeah. Like when he said tang, gasi, gasam. What is this gasam? Ta cha, gasi cha, gas cha, then it's tang, gasi, gasaha, and then tang, gasi, gasam, 6th case. And when it's in 6th case, you know that has to be replaced by what? Inatsyaha, 1st case. So how do we know that ta is replaced by in, and then gas is replaced by at, and then the gas is replaced by, what is that, sya? How do we know that? There is one more sutra, sthane antaratamaha, means replace everything chronologically, respectively, even when it's not mentioned, unless mentioned otherwise. 150, sthane antaratamaha, and so that's how we know, and that's why the case endings become extremely important. Fascinating, isn't it? He thought of everything. He thought of every single thing. What should be replaced, when it should be replaced, what thing should be replaced by, what is the replacement, and what is the order, the krama, the order of replacement is also discussed. Very fantastic. And so therefore the case endings gain a very big importance, because if you don't know the cases, you don't know what is going to be replaced, and you don't know, when it should stay and not be replaced. Because in this sutra, is there a replacement ordained? No, because nothing is in sixth case. Yeah, thank God. So this is a particular kind of sutra called Samgya Sutra. Samgya means a name calling sutra. It's just a naming sutra. It's not an operational sutra. It's not showing any operation or vidhi. It is not showing any definition. It's not doing anything. It's just naming. It's giving the name Vriddhi to a bunch of letters. Which and what are they respectively? A, I, and Au. Let these be known as Vriddhi letters. That's all it is saying. Okay? And then it's saying a few more things. Refer to the second page in those notes. Where is it gone now? So then, let the letters A, and Au be known by the term Vriddhi. And there is a reason. There is a connection with Vriddhi. Vriddhi means increased. Can you increase A? No. Can you increase I? I-yo, when you say, have you increased I? No, you have just duplicated it. Can you increase Au? No. Not according to human voice acoustics, because these letters cannot be operated upon or further elongated as long as you are a human being. Correct? So therefore they are called Vriddhi. Like you can trace the letters A and then A plus E, A. Look at the notes. Please look. A plus E, A plus A, I. A plus I. You cannot say I. No, that's it. I. Similarly, A plus U, Au. A plus O, Au. No, A plus U is O. That's a mistake. A plus U is O. And then A plus O, A plus Au, Au. Au is the, final reaches of elongation. And so the modern grammarians have called this a second level of strengthening. The strengthening of the vowel. Why is it called strengthening? Because I suppose that is their translation of Vriddhi, strengthening. Yeah, the vowel gains strength and becomes a diphthong. So the first level of strengthening also has a name. That is the second sutra, Adeng Gunaha. Repeat. Adeng Gunaha. Adeng Gunaha. Adeng Gunaha. Adeng Gunaha. Adeng Gunaha. Also naming sutra exactly like this, except instead of Vriddhi, it is naming it as Guna. At Eng Gunaha. What is At? Short A.
Oh, short A. Okay.
Not At. At.
Okay.
At.
So it's just A.
Just A. Short A. At. Eng. What is Eng?
Is A, I.
Look and trace.
It's the first one.
It's A, I.
Where did you get I?
No, I didn't. A, O.
Where did you get I?
A, O.
A?
O.
O. Correct? So what are the Guna letters? Let us term these. Again, Guna doesn't mean what we are studying in the weekend class. which is what? Ganapati, and from gunatrayatitah. No, that is nothing to do with sattva, rajas, tamas. This guna is just o. Correct? This is just a naming sutra. Samnya, naming sutra for an operation, a grammatical operation for which certain letters are classified together and called by modern grammarians as the first level of strengthening if it is guna, and the second level of strengthening if it is vriddhi. It's like, in the hurricane season, there's a small mass of something moving which the radar picks up and says, Tropical Storm Joe. That's a simple vowel, okay? And then it says class 1 hurricane, because suddenly overnight when no one was looking, this fellow Joe, gathered more friends and became a class 1 hurricane. That is guna. Then in the next few hours, it gathered more strength and became a class 2 hurricane. Vriddhi. It doesn't go beyond class 2, okay? Yeah. So the simple vowels, E, I, U, R, these are the ones these are the hapless vowels which go through these, upon which these operations called guna and vriddhi are unleashed. Yes. Yeah. And actually the remains a. So therefore he has another sutra called Iko Guna Vriddhi. Since Guna and Vriddhi are unleashed upon the ik vowels. What are the ik vowels? I, U, R, and R. So it's very easy to see what is the guna for I. For I, what is the guna? I becomes A. And what is the vriddhi? I. Just according to human voice acoustics. For U, what is the guna? O. What is the vriddhi? Au. See how easy it is? And then for R, what is the guna? Ar. And what is the vriddhi? Ar. How are you? Yes, vriddhi. And then for L, what is the guna? Al. And what is the vriddhi? Al. So easy. Already 3 sutras we have done. Oh my God. This is great. This is wonderful. So, this is how you do the thing. So the guna means the first level of strengthening. Again within brackets or within quotes. And strengthening, and sometimes the people use the word, very funny word called gunification, vriddhification. So what is gunification? When the simple vowel is transformed by a grammatical operation into a first level of diphthong. So E becomes A, U becomes O, etc. And when those very vowels are transformed into the second level of diphthongs according to their place and effort, the place of articulation is very important. That's why U will never change to I. All wrong, U is a labial letter. And so then you need the replacement to also have the labial, kantatalu. No, not kantatalu. The kanthaushtam, that's why I gave you that other table which we were chanting. Akuha visarjaniyanam kantha, ichuyashanam talu, riturashanam murdha, dritulasanam dantaha, upu padmaniyanam oshtau. You see, it's all dependent upon that table. Yeah. So we know what is nasal, what is this. So the transformations are very easy. So the transformation of the first level transformation or the strengthening of that particular class is called Guna. Second level is called Vriddhi. And I have already told you why the second level is discussed first. Why? So that he can accommodate ingeniously the prayer. Yeah. Vriddhiradej. And we can even read a little more. I don't know whether it is allowed or not, but we can read a little more. Adeng Gunaha. The Guna is the next one, correct? And Guna is associated with Maya, creation. So first Ishvara, then Maya. It's beautiful. So, I think we'll stop here. It's a good decision. 2 hours straight. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Any questions? No? Don't pass out, okay? Yeah.
Did you want this snack?
Yes, most certainly. Thank you very much. Did I give out one more? Something? No?
Oh. I think I wrote them. Did you give me this one?
Yeah, but that is for you to keep. That's today's.
Okay.
Yeah. Not keep, bring back.
Keep bringing.
Yeah, keep on bringing.
But you can always go in that door over there.
Oh,